Hi there, I'm in Montreal right now, also known as Discount Paris, and I forgot to film the intro for this video at the time of filming this video, and by forgot I meant I couldn't be bothered, so I'm doing it now. Let's go back a few months and check out Lufthansa's A330 Premium Economy class. After spending some time visiting friends, family, and our cats, it's time to leave one of my favorite cities, Riyadh. Tonight's flight will be on Lufthansa's A330-300 in the configuration that does not include first-class seats. I'll be flying to Frankfurt, a journey of 2,680 miles over parts of the Middle East, Anatolia, and the Balkans. Our flight time is 6 hours and 20 minutes, most of which flown under the cover of night given our 1:55 a.m. departure time. Getting to the airport is quite straightforward, as it will probably entail a car or bus ride. If you're in Riyadh, you're probably knowledgeable enough to know how to get to the airport, or important enough that you don't have to worry about it yourself. The city is well connected via a grid of highways, ring roads, and major arterial avenues that can rival any US city. As of the making of this video, Riyadh's metro system is not yet operational, but some lines will soon be finished, inshallah, including the one connecting the airport. King Khalid International Airport has quite an interesting setup, as I shall now explain. The airport is split into 5 terminals numbered 1 through 5. Terminals 1 and 2 handle most international flights. Saudia and other SkyTeam members are predominantly based in Terminal 2, while other international airlines use Terminal 1. Terminals 1 and 2 are connected both airside and landside by walkways. Terminal 3 used to be the domestic terminal, but as of 2019 is undergoing renovations and repurposing. Terminal 5 is now the domestic terminal, serving flights operated by Saudia and Flynas to other cities in the kingdom. It is also the newest addition to the airport, having opened only in 2016. Strangely, it's operated privately by the Dublin Airport Authority, no less. Terminal 4 is weird. Very weird. It was completed along with 1, 2, and 3 in 1983, but was never opened and never used. To this day, it remains without jet bridges. There is also another terminal, the Royal Terminal. As the name suggests, it's reserved for high-ranking members of the Saudi royal family, statesmen, and other VIPs. I'll be departing out of Terminal 1 today. I wasn't allowed to film the check-in area, but it was very straightforward and was nothing special. Once airside, the building is actually very nice. Ironically, this airport used to be quite dark and dilapidated, but recently with the addition of a new duty-free area and refurbished infrastructure, it has transformed into something quite pleasant. Although this was very late in the night, there were quite a few departures, as flights to Europe from this part of the world tend to depart in the early hours, so that they may land in the morning. With that said, Terminals 1 and 2 only have 8 gates each, meaning it never really gets very crowded and there's ample seating for everyone. I, however, will be visiting the Plaza Premium Lounge thanks to my priority pass. You may also pay for entrance, a fee of around 250 Riyals per person. The lounge is actually quite nice. There was a well-stocked hot buffet and many snacks and cold options. There was Arabic coffee and a bar, a juice bar that is, as this is still Saudi Arabia and alcohol is not only illegal but haram. I then checked out the shower shortly after. It was a little small but otherwise clean and tidy. Towels, dental kits, combs, and perfume were provided. There were also sleeping pods and a smoking room. Leaving the lounge now, it's almost time to board. There was an additional passport and boarding pass control at the check-in gate, and some passengers received additional luggage screening. Check-in was not by zone, but that was probably because the flight was only a quarter full. My seat for tonight is 19K, and this is what it looks like. In the age of slimline seats and cost savings, it was refreshing to find that this one was well bolstered and comfortably padded. Definitely an upgrade from economy. The width was more than enough, as was the recline. The in-flight entertainment screen was adequately large, responsive, and high resolution. There was a handy spot below it for your phone. It also swiveled as expected. I won't go into detail here as I did so in my business class video. A remote was nestled in the center console, is pretty standard and intuitive. Okay then. Here's the menu, which was a little misleading given the lack of content inside. Water and orange juice was offered as a boarding drink, and down here is a small amenity kit. It comes in a fabric pouch, although there is no visible Lufthansa branding on the outside. And here are the contents inside. Between the seats are a pair of power outlets. This cabin was laid out in a 232 format, and Wi-Fi was available on this aircraft, but not on this flight. There were also no individual air nozzles. Boarding took all of 15 minutes, so well ahead of schedule, we pushed back. The drink service came around shortly after the seatbelt signs were turned off, and I had my first gin and tonic in a very long time, which was fantastic because I fell asleep immediately after this. I can remember fondly flying this exact route during my childhood, and back then this flight avoided Iraqi airspace instead of that of Syria's as we did on this flight. It is surreal passing by this tumultuous region in such peace and tranquility some 40,000 feet above it all. I can't empathize with the people below with what they're going through, but I do feel eternally fortunate for what I have. Without getting too sentimental, I believe that traveling, however you do it, is probably the best way to combat the ignorance and prejudice we have against people who are different from ourselves. The world would be a friendlier place if we all had friends in different places. Oof, being alone on airplanes gives you a lot of thinking time, huh? An hour before landing, breakfast was served, so this is how one produces the tray table from inside the armrests. Roasted potatoes, grilled chicken, sauteed mushrooms, and a fried omelet. This is the same meal you get if you're situated in economy, it's just served in ceramic ware if you're in premium. The food was spot on. The fruits, cold cuts, and cheese were also perfect accompaniment. Lufthansa's economy food is still one of the best in the air. The coffee was also especially bold. For the 20 of you who actually watch my videos through and through, you would know that this is the part where we descend, and I superimpose my thoughts of the flight over some footage. Lufthansa has always been a good airline in my mind, although I might be biased having been on almost 100 of their flights, the earliest being when I was 7 years old. Some people can't quite justify the difference between premium and standard economy, and even some airlines don't quite know how to market it correctly. I don't think Lufthansa makes any of these mistakes. The difference in fare between economy and premium is well balanced, and you are not paying for anything lavish or excessive. To me, the little extra you do pay is a ticket back in time. Now, I'm not nearly old enough to know what flying was like in the golden age of flight, but this premium economy experience takes me back to what flying was like during my childhood, the 90s and early 2000s. Gone are the distressing advents of the last decade. There's no need to fight over overhead bins, no need to stress about boarding zones, or engaging in a battle of nerves over armrests. Instead, you get comfortable seats, enough legroom to take your shoes off, headsets you don't need to pay for, and meals that are well presented and more than palatable. A lot of good airlines' premium economy product makes it feel like flying is no longer the mundane chore we endured in 2019, but a hark back to the days when it was a special occasion and something you look forward to. Besides, at the end of your flight, you get a little goodie bag, which, beyond anything else, is a cool pencil case you can take with you to school. That is, if you still go to school. Anyways, I'm a fan of premium economy products done right at a reasonable price, and thank you for being entertained. Safe travels. I'll see you next time.